as the starting riders come to the start-finish line and we get ready for racing. Here once again, Miss Indiana, Tiffany Storm, back home again in Indiana.
From the fields I used to roam, when I dream about the moonlight on the Wabash, then I long for my Indiana home. Back home again in Indiana, and it seems that I can see the gleaming candlelight still shining bright through the sycamores for me. The new moon has all its fragrance from the fields I used to roam. When I dream about the moonlight on the Wabash, when I dream about the moonlight on the Wabash, when I dream about the moonlight on the Wabash, then I long for my Indiana home. Back home again.
Miss Indiana, Tiffany Storm. A reminder to riders and officials, we shall have 3 laps before the green flag, 2 slow warm-up laps and 1 faster pace lap. Photographers and infield safety personnel, accredited photographers will be permitted to the edge of the race course to take pictures on the first warm-up lap only. Repeating, accredited photographers may come to the curb, but not onto the race course during the first warm-up lap only. Now, here are the words we've been waiting to hear. The traditional charge to the riders, Indiana University President Dr. Miles Brand.
The Little 500, great tradition at a great university. Good luck to all the riders. Gentlemen, mount your Roadmaster bicycles.
Pacing the starting field for the 45th annual Men's Little 500, the 1995 Ford Mustang convertible, provided courtesy of Flemington Ford. The driver, Jerry Tardy, the Executive Director of the Indiana University Alumni Association. His passengers, IU President Dr. Miles Brand, IU Student Foundation President Sarah Cunningham, and Vice President Nora Barrett. Ladies and gentlemen, something seems strangely missing from today's event, and that's about to be rectified. Jim Pawlowski worked the very first Little 500 as a committee member in 1951, and then for 43 consecutive years served as the stage announcer for this wonderful event. His very supportive wife, Eleanor, is seated in the press box, waiting to hear the start of this event, called by the true voice of the Indiana University Little 500. Ladies and gentlemen, please greet and say thank you for some 43 years of service as the announcer, Mr. Jim Pawlowski.
Thank you very much, Chuck Grab. As Chuck mentioned, ladies and gentlemen, we have 3 pre-race laps, 2 warm-up laps and 1 pace lap. This is the first of the 2 warm-up laps. Photographers are permitted onto the curb this lap only. Following this lap, everyone must get back on the safety line. The pace car now through the midpoint on the south straightaway. Driver Jerry Tardy keeping it at a slow, steady pace. The idea of the warm-up laps to get the riders, the starting riders, back into the field. Around through turn 4, they have a clear track ahead of them. The pace car is now moving into turn number 2. The field following, pace car now moving onto the south straightaway and putting a little more distance between himself and the pack. The pace car is now at the halfway point on the south straightaway. He is picking up more speed as he heads for turn 3. The field nicely lined up in its rows as the field heads for turn 3. Pace car now moving into the east short chute and to turn 4. The pace car is now through turn 4, down the straightaway and pulling off as the field comes to the starting line. The green flag is out. The 45th annual Little 500 is underway. Chuck, back to you.
And so on the inside, we have Sigma Alpha Epsilon in the black. Team number 3 is in the lead through turn 2, followed by the pole team of Phi Delta Theta. Bounce House, team number 2 is up there. Coming on the outside, that's team number 8, Phi Gamma Delta. The green flag here at Armstrong Stadium in this 45th Vince Little 500. And that Sigma Alpha Epsilon bringing in through this first lap. We still have a green flag here on the course from our starter, Jeffy Blackwell. 2 riders going down just out of the first turn. We had 1 rider that went down on the 3rd turn during that first lap. But we still are racing.
I'd like to mention at this time that usually at the start of the race, your leading teams want to really set a pretty hot pace, and that's to try to spread things out a little bit because of the congestion of the pack and all, and hopefully the slower teams or weaker teams will get thinned out, or at least the pack may become a single file or 2 abreast, which makes it a little bit safer here at the start. But I think you'll see things settle down here very quickly. Looks like the SAEs really started it out there, and now White Dodds is out there.
A reminder to those participating today, the Chief Steward has some pre-race penalties which have been assessed. They must be served by lap 20. They must be served by lap 20. These teams must serve 2-second penalties. Penalty box located at the start-finish line. A variety of violations, basically failure to attend various pre-race required meetings. These teams must serve 2-second penalties. Team number 2, Dodds House. Team number 4, Sigma Phi Epsilon. Team number 16, Beta Theta Pi. Team number 19, Delta Sigma Phi. Team number 24, Right Cycling. Team number 25, Team College Life. Team number 29, Alpha Phi Omega. Team number 31, Kappa Delta Rho. And team number 32, Zeta Beta Tau. Those teams must serve a 2-second penalty by lap 20. Acacia in the lead, it's team number 7. Coming toward the start-finish line, Acacia in the lead, followed by Sigma Nu, team number 11. And an accident here as we start into this first turn. Still a green flag on the course. 5 laps now have been scored, ladies and gentlemen. Acacia in the lead, and elapsed time at lap 5 of 2 minutes, 53 and 5/10 seconds. In second, Sigma Nu, team number 11. In third, Phi Delta Theta, team number 1. In fourth, Right Dodds, team number 2. In fifth, a 3-way tie between Sigma Epsilon, Sigma Chi, team number 5. And that's the standings at 5 laps. 6 laps now have been scored. We're looking at about 26.429 miles per hour.
Keep your eye on how the teams are jockeying for position out there in the lead part of the pack. You see the Phi Delta team leading the race right now as they go down the back straight, but you see Acacia tacked right on. The SAEs are holding a good position. You notice the teams come up, moving up on the outside, and you'll see these lead teams that keep their eye on things and usually react immediately, at least if they're doing what they should be doing. You notice right then the Acacia rider looking around very alertly. They're alternating their turns at the front because particularly of the wind out here today, but that's good racing no matter what the wind conditions are.
The riders now on the 9th lap. At lap 10, we'll give you a standings for the top 10 teams. We also have the first of several presentations coming at that point also. 9 laps now completed. This will be 10 laps scored, ladies and gentlemen, 10 laps. In the lead, team number 3, Sigma Alpha Epsilon. Team 3, SAE. And in 10 laps, SAE in the lead, time, 5 minutes 59 and 9/10 seconds. And that speed is 25.403 miles per hour. In second place, Sigma Nu, team number 11. In third place, team number 14, Pi Kappa Phi. In fourth, team number 4, Sigma Phi Epsilon. In fifth, team number 16, Beta Theta Pi. In sixth, team number 7, Acacia. Also the cutters, team number 15, and TF18, team number 17. In ninth, team number 25, Team College Life. And in 10th, Kai, White Dogs, team number 2, and Lambda Chi Alpha, team number 6. We have the first penalty of the day. The first penalty of the day during the race. Chief Steward Mike Howard and his staff have assessed a 10-second penalty. 10-second penalty against Zeta Beta Tau. Zeta Beta Tau, team number 32. A 10-second penalty that assessed for impeding on an exchange and causing a wreck. That 10-second penalty must be served by the 19th lap. Ladies and gentlemen, we look to the platform. Indiana University Student Foundation would like to thank Jim Pawlowski for his dedication to this great event. To celebrate his 43 years as the platform announcer, Student Foundation Executive Director Rita Erickson will give a crystal bowl to Jim Pawlowski, a special inscription in appreciation for his decades of service as infield announcer for the Little 500, and it's by the grateful IU Student Foundation alumni and friends to Jim Pawlowski and his wife Eleanor. The 10-second penalty now being served by Zeta Beta Tau, impeding, causing a wreck. Again, a reminder to the teams, you have until lap 20. Several teams announced earlier for a 2-second penalty, missing various pre-race meetings.
Well, the Wright Dodge team was served the penalty a few laps ago, and they caught back up. They're right back in the thick of it up there in the pack, and they appear to be one of the stronger teams this year, in that they did very well in the team pursuit, which is one very strong measure of how strong a team is. And so they're back into it.
15 laps have been scored. Sigma Nu, the leader, getting ready to start the 17th lap. We now have 16 laps have been scored. Sigma Nu, the leader. Team number 11, Acacia is up there, 7th. Team number 5, Sigma Chi. Team number 15, the Cutters. Also you have team number 3, SAE. Team number 1, Phi Delta Theta. Team number 6, Lambda Chi Alpha, is in 7th. In 8th, it's team number 8, Pi Gamma Delta. Only about 0.8 of a second between the top 8 teams. The Indiana University Student Foundation would like to welcome back the 1985 Steering Committee for its 10th year reunion. Make sure to stop by the IU Student Foundation Alumni Tent for some refreshments. An accident in turn 1, and we still have a green flag. Still green. TFAT, team number 17, Delta Upsilon, team number 23 involved in that accident. And in 4, going into 4, we have an accident also. Teams number 30, Alpha Sigma Phi, and team 31, Kappa Delta Rho.
The leaders are setting a very fast pace out here so far, and with the wind conditions the way they are, it's not surprising that some of these fellows may be getting a little tired, a little bit overreaction, whatever. Things getting pretty wild out here. When you're racing at the speeds that these guys are, the bike handling skills are crucial. Particularly, you get a little bit fatigued out there in that pack when they're flying along as they are, and it's very easy for something to get out of control. So I haven't been able to see precisely what's causing these wrecks, but it doesn't surprise me with the pace they're running, the wind conditions, and some of the bike handling I'm seeing.
20 laps have been scored, ladies and gentlemen, 20 laps. In the lead at 20, team number 2, Dodds House. Dodds House in the lead, 12 minutes, 23 and 1/10 seconds. A tie for second, team number 3, Alpha Epsilon, Sigma Alpha Epsilon. Team number 7, Acacia. In 4th, team number 14, Pi Kappa Phi. A tie for 5th, team number 1, Phi Delta Theta, and team number 11, Sigma Nu. In 7th, team number 13, Delta Chi. In 8th, team number 6, Lambda Chi Alpha. In 9th, team number 4, Sigma Phi Epsilon. And in 10th, team number 5, Sigma Chi. The standings at 20 laps. And we have our second penalty assessed by the chief steward and his staff. Team number 30. Team number 30, Alpha Sigma Phi, impeding on the track. 15-second penalty assessed to team number 30, Alpha Sigma Phi.
A couple of laps ago, the Sigma Chi's made a really nice exchange, and they were able to get a good lead out, and they got their exchange off so that when the pack came by, the rider was right there. Now that's how you're supposed to do these exchanges. So when I see these things occurring, I'll try to point them out to you, but they did a really nice job on that. When you see a team just suddenly sprint out of the pack, a lot of times that's exactly what's up. They're getting ready to set up for an exchange.
Indiana University Student Foundation would like to thank Mary M's for its flowers being used in delays given to the winning teams and the flowers in the sponsorship tent. Thank you, Mary M's, for your support.
Well, there's a Phi Delta Theta rocket out there. And looks like they're set up for an exchange. You'll notice they're still in the front, so they made a nice exchange. They don't have to chase to catch up. The pack's right there. They're right there in the pack. And the SAEs are tacked right on.
And ladies and gentlemen, the Chief Steward has asked that this announcement be made. Chief Steward warns that teams being lapped, they have a duty to yield to the faster teams on the track. This is a warning. Teams being lapped, they have a duty to yield to the faster teams on the track.
Get out, get out, get out!
Nice job by the Sig Ep rider. He worked himself out to the outside, made his move around the outside in front of the pack, coming in for an exchange. Good job.
25 laps, ladies and gentlemen, your standings at 25 laps. It was a tie between Phi Delta Theta, team number 1, and team number 3, Sigma Alpha Epsilon. Now we have the 26th lap that's been scored.
And here comes Acacia for an exchange. They're getting ready to set up. You notice the pack isn't particularly alarmed here because they realize a lot of teams are coming in for an exchange, and so they don't react immediately. Now, sometimes you'll find teams can find a way to sneak away by doing this, but it's an exchange and there's the pack.
Congratulations to Kappa Alpha Theta, the winners of the 1995 Women's Little 500. The independent division winner for this 1995 race, the Land Sharks, and winning the Residence Halls division, Wright Psychedelics. Congratulations to the 3 division winners from the women's race conducted yesterday.
Beautiful Lambda Chi Alpha exchange. We're seeing a whole series here of nice moves, nice exchanges by these teams. It's not surprising, the pace they're setting, why you'd begin to wonder if there weren't some exchanges going on. Notice too that the leads change frequently out there, and that should not be surprising. The idea in a bike race is not to lead, particularly if you don't have to, until the end of the race at the finish line. So a lot of these teams will be content to sit on behind another rider and let the lead rider fight the win. And here you see again another thing what we've been demonstrating over and over, a good exchange coming up, it looks like, for SAE. Pretty fast, oh, he's okay and he's ready to get back in the thick of it.
And so we update now the standings, Dave Blaze, and 30 laps completed and scored. We have some 12 teams together on the course, 12 teams on lap 30, completed and scored. In the lead, team number 3, Sigma Alpha Epsilon. Time, 18 minutes, 40 and 2/10 seconds. The average speed, 24.562 miles per hour, SAE. In second, it's team number 8, Phi Gamma Delta. In third, it's team number 6, Lambda Chi Alpha. In fourth, team number 1, Phi Delta Theta. In fifth, team number 13, that's Delta Chi, and that's all the further we can go on lap 30 because they've now completed 31 laps. We're on the 32nd lap. TIS Bookstore would like to remind everyone here at the track today to hold on to their tickets after the race. They are currently in the midst of their Little 500 spring into summer sale, and upon presentation of your race ticket, you will be able to receive an additional 25% off the already low sales prices on all sportswear, including this year's selection of Little 500 t-shirts. This sale will run from Friday until Sunday, so head out to TIS 3rd Street location to check out the wide array of sales merchandise. TIS also is having 4 $10 gift certificate drawings today. Check your ticket stub for this number, 05480. 05480. Take your ticket stub to the concession stand under the grandstand, and you'll receive a $10 gift certificate.
Well, the pack is traveling at a 38-second pace out here, which is pretty decent speed. Probably, I'm estimating now, around 24 mile an hour. And in this wind, that's pretty impressive given the gears these guys are riding. Good Phi-Psi exchange. Got themselves a little bit of a lead out. They're right back in it. I think the Phi-Psis are a lap behind as a result of an accident occurring here some laps back.
The IU Student Foundation would like to congratulate Acacia, Yama Phi Beta, the teams which won the team pursuit. Team number 7 in the lead, Acacia, followed by Phi Gamma Delta, team number 8, and team number 2, God's House.
They're continuing to run at a 38-second pace out there, so that's, like I say, pretty fast pace given the wind, the conditions today. But we're seeing a continuous succession of teams coming in for exchanges. They're really keeping the pace up.
Your lead pack coming off the 4th turn, Dave Blaze.
Yes, the pace is slacked up a little bit. They're running a little over 40-second laps right now, which is still pretty respectable. If you figure if they're running a 45-second lap, that's an average speed of 20 miles an hour. So they're substantially faster than that. And given the pace that they've been running here, it's not surprising that it's sort of time to take a little bit of a break. And you'll notice that Wright Dodds is leading them around, but he's in no hurry to go any faster. I mean, what's the point of just providing a free escort service for the rest of the pack? So now we have someone moving up on the, looks like maybe...
Here's your standing, Dave Blaze, at 40 laps just completed. In the lead, Dodds House, team number 2. The time, 25 minutes, 2 and 5/10 seconds. In second, team number 5, Sigma Chi. In third, team number 11, Sigma Nu. Your 4th place team, Acacia, team number 7. A tie for 5th, team number 8, Phi Gamma Delta. And team number 6, Lambda Chi Alpha. In 7th, team number 3, Sigma Alpha Epsilon. Just about 5/10 of a second separating 1st through 7th. A tie for 8th, team number 1, Phi Delta Theta. And team number 4, Sigma Phi Epsilon. And in 10th, team number 13, Delta Chi.
now we've increased the speed again. Now we're, in fact, under 38-second laps, down around 37.9, and the Phi Delta Thetas kicked the speed up there a little bit on that last lap. Now it looks like we're going back into a little slower pace.
The Indiana University Cycling Club, a not-for-profit organization, is certainly seeking to continue as a national caliber team and looks to raise funds here on campus to defer the costs of competition. This year, the National Collegiate Cycling Championships will be in Reno, Nevada. IU will be sending 5 women and 5 men to compete, and it will be, of course, for the national title. To raise money for this event, the IU Cycling Club is holding a silent auction near the entrance gates. Please stop and bid for packages like unlimited karate for 3 months. And also we have 1 night plus dinner visits to the Hotel Nashville Resort and many cycling products for Sports Pep, Paramount, and Boyer. Thanks for your support, the IU Cycling Club.
Well, SIGEP has it going. They move out here, looks like for an exchange. Here comes the pack, led by Acacia. Dodds House tacked right on. Lambda Chi Alpha, SAE, all right there. Sigma Chi. And now we got something moving on right there around the front. I don't know if it's an exchange or not, but he's got it moving there.
We pick out of this Lambda Chi Alpha. Team number 6, team number 18, Kappa Sigma, team number 10, Alpha Epsilon Pi. Also there, team number 9, Pi Kappa Psi. Leaders at the start-finish line now, Dave Blaze. Team number 7, Acacia, team number 2, Dodds House.
Phi Delta Theta continues to get good leadouts for their exchanges, and here's one right now. SAE in for an exchange as well, and there's the pack. Okay, here we've got 2 of the lead teams, Acacia and Sigma Chi, coming in for an exchange. Both of them tried to get a little bit of a lead out, and they're doing the tag exchange.
And so we here have our 50th lap completed and scored. 50th lap. In the lead, Sigma Chi, team number 5. The time, 31 minutes, 24 and 3/10 seconds. The average speed, 24.336 miles per hour. In second, team number 3, Sigma Alpha Epsilon. In third, a tie between team number 7, Acacia, team number 1, Phi Delta Theta. In fifth, team number 11, Sigma Nu. In sixth, Dodds House. In seventh, Phi Gamma Delta. In eighth, team number 13, Delta Chi. In ninth, Sigma Phi Epsilon, team number 4. And you have the top 9 teams all together, only about 0.7 of a second apart. And then in 10th, it's Lambda Chi Alpha, team number 6. In 11th place, we have team number 12, Pi Kappa Alpha. In 12th, team number 16, Beta Theta Pi. In 13th, team number 17, TFAT. In 14th, the Cutters, team number 15. And in 15th, team number 14, Pi Kappa Phi. The IU Student Foundation would like to congratulate the winners of the Howdy Wilcox Spirit Award. This award is given to the men's and women's teams who acquired the most points during the pre-race activities. The point accumulation is based on spectator attendance. Our congratulations to Gamma Phi Beta and Acacia, winners this year of the Howdy Wilcox Spirit Award.
Come on!
Okay, the SAEs weren't able to get that little lead out this time, so now they've got to do a little bit of chase up. Sometimes, you know, your other teams that you're competing with, they won't give you that break. They'll try to go after you right away. SAEs are right back into it, though. Real nice, quick closing of the gap. And he's moved up, right up on the inside, which is sort of a dangerous way, but he's there and he's back up front. Sigma Chi tacked right on. Acacia moves up to see what's going on, and
.55 laps have been completed and scored. As the riders come around, they'll cross the start-finish line, completing 56 laps. SAE in the lead at lap 55. Now are on the 57th lap of this 200-lap event. And an accident in turn 2. Yellow flag being displayed, yellow flag, yellow flag. You now must line up, ladies. Stay green, the green flag. Well, we see the yellow now. Chappie Blackwell showing the yellow flag. We're still under yellow, Dave Blaze. Slow down, riders. You must maintain your position. You may not advance your position relative to the leader. So coming around through the scoreboard, curve through this fourth turn, Phi Delta Theta, the lead team, team number 1, team number 3 SAE, and Don's House, team number 2. And we see the green flag from starter Chappie Blackwell. We're racing again. Phi Delta Theta, team number 1, and team number 5, Sigma Chi. Team number 11, Sigma Nu. Yellow now being displayed by starter Chappie Blackwell. Yellow flag. Slow down on the course, gentlemen. You must maintain your position relative to the leader. Yellow flag. The reason for the yellow, ladies and gentlemen, those of you along the south straightaway, we have the MR10 mini ambulance in one of the pits, and so this is a safety precaution for the medical team. The MR10 has now left the pit of Team College Life. Your lead pack is on the backstretch going into the third turn. We'll be watching the starter Chappie Blackwell for his flag display. They're now at the scoreboard, coming into the fourth turn. They're coming out the fourth turn now, and here we see the green flag. We're racing again at Armstrong Stadium. And very close between Sigma Chi, team number 5, Sigma Alpha Epsilon, team number 3, Phi Delta Theta, team number 1. Your lead team, now lead teams, we should say, now into the second turn on that south backstretch.
And they've got them moving. They're down around 37-second laps, and Sigma Chi is really pressing the pace. Looks like a double exchange for Phi Kappa Psi and Sigma Chi. Good job. So far, it looks like the Phi Delta Theta team has speed to burn out here. They just seem to really turn it on when they need it. I know it's, so far they've mainly just been using it for getting their lead out for exchanges, but man, they really seem to explode. And then Phi Gamma Delta's hanging right in there too. They've just been very quietly doing their job, staying right up in that lead group.
Here are your standings, ladies and gentlemen, at 70 laps. In the lead, Acacia, team number 7. The time, 45 minutes, 32 and 4/10 seconds. An average speed, 23.495 miles per hour. In second, Dodds House, team number 2. In third, a tie between SAE, team number 3, Sigma Nu, team number 11. Also up there, team number 1, Phi Delta Theta. In sixth, team number 5, Sigma Chi. In seventh, team number 13, Delta Chi. In eighth, team number 8, Phi Gamma Delta. In ninth, Lambda Chi Alpha, team number 6. And in 10th, team number 15, the Cutters.
You notice right over here by the finish line, that last lap, the Phi Gamma Delta rider was on the outside, sort of looking around. Looked like he grudgingly took the lead, and then over on the back straight, he gladly relinquished it to the Lambda Chi Alpha rider, who's going in for the change, and now the Phi Gamma rider finds himself right back up there, and SAE tacked right on behind. Like I say, at this stage of the race, you don't particularly want to spend too much of your time out front unless you're really doing it for a purpose. If you're trying to tear things up and maybe break away from the group, or if you're trying to get a lead out for an exchange, but otherwise you don't want to spend a lot of time just sitting out there moving, especially if you're really going along at speed. You see on the inside, there's SAE coming up there, and immediately looks like the Dodds House team moves out front, and immediately SAE reacts, tacks right on the wheel. Phi Gam sits right on behind that. So there's immediate reaction. Yes, I guess Sigma Chi's in there as well. And here they come. And there comes a Dodds exchange, but you see they didn't let them have the lead that time. So we're getting some counter moves here by other teams. Dodds rider looks real strong. He's getting himself right back in it. But see, he has to work. He doesn't have an easy go at it here. He has to really bridge the gap to get back in the group. And you see, that's not where Dodds has been riding all day long. They like to be right up there at the front.
"75 laps have now been completed and scored, ladies and gentlemen. At 75 laps, in the lead, team number 3, Sigma Alpha Epsilon. Its time, 48 minutes, 41 and 5/10 seconds, an average speed of 23.544 miles per hour. In second place, team number 8, Phi Gamma Delta. In third, team number 5, Sigma Chi. Your fourth place team, Phi Delta Theta, team number 1. In fifth, team number 13, Delta Chi. In sixth, team number 11, Sigma Nu. In seventh, team number 7, Acacia. Your eighth place team, Dodds House, team number 2. In ninth, Lambda Chi Alpha, team number 6. And we have a tie for 10th with our computer scoring, Sigma Phi Epsilon, team number 4, and the Cutters, team number 15. You have 8 teams together on the same lap, and then the 9th place team 1 lap down, along with about 4 other teams or so, ladies and gentlemen. 75 laps showing on the computer, now scored.
Your lead team's doing a nice job out there of handling themselves in the front of that pack, changing position. Last time around it was Phi Gamma Delta leading them down. Now here comes Dodds House leading them down. SAE rider doing a good job of sitting on. Good job. Here comes Beta Theta Pi. Looks like they might be looking for an exchange, and the pack is willing to let them have the lead out this time. But the Beta rider really has it underway. Good exchange, and there's the pack.
The IU Student Foundation would like to recognize the 1995 Riders Council and their outstanding dedication to the preparation of this year's events. The 14 women and 11 men of the Riders Council meet weekly with the steering committee, and they consult with various aspects of staging the Little 500. Student Foundation expresses its appreciation to the Riders Council for your hard work and devotion. Thanks for everything. Accident. You've got the pole team down, team number 1, and that's Phi Delta Theta. You've got team number 5 down, Sigma Chi. Bikes are locked together there in the first turn, Sigma Chi. Yellow flag riders. 2 bikes locked together, Sigma Chi, team number 5, Alpha Sigma Phi, team number 30. Yellow flag on the course, yellow flag. And so your lead group now in the third turn, going into the scoreboard curve. The black of Sigma Alpha Epsilon on the inside, team number 3. And we look at starter Chappie Blackwell. We have the green flag. We're racing again. You have SAE, team number 3, team number 8, Phi Gamma Delta. Also, team number 1. Started to give the number 1 for the pole team, Phi Delta Theta, earlier. And here's your pole team involved earlier in that incident. Phi Delta Theta, team number 1.
It's going to be interesting here to see now if the Phi Delta Theta team can get this gap closed, because they've had speed to burn all day. The SAEs, I think, have been riding a very smart race so far. They've used their speed very wisely. They've been sitting on the wheel with great skill, letting other people do their work for them, and they're setting a pretty good pace out here, as they probably realize that what the present situation is, and they're moving it along real well.
Here you have your lead team, team number 3 at the start-finish line, Sigma Alpha Epsilon. Dodge is team number 2. And the standings at 86 laps, SAE is in the lead. Delta Chi, team number 13, is now up there. along with Sigma Nu, team number 11. Dodds House is in 4th, team number 2, just about 4 seconds behind. And then you have team number 7, Acacia, in 5th place. Team number 6, Phi Gamma Delta. Team number 8, Phi Gamma Delta, is in 6th.
See right again there, SAE rider sits right on the wheel, and he's really using the other riders very well. They've been doing this all day long. They've been riding a very intelligent race. They've been up in the front, able to challenge, able to react when need be.
And so in the lead, you have Delta Chi, team number 13. Team number 5, Sigma Chi, has been lapped. Team number 5 out in front of the yellow is down a lap. You have the exchange now. They're in the first turn for Delta Chi, team number 13.
And look at this, Phi Delta Theta really moving along. They look like they still have a lot of speed left because they're making progress here in terms of getting themselves back in this thing. That's one of those things, I don't care who you're for in this race, you've got to admire a team that has enough grit to fight their way back into something like this when you have that kind of adversity befall you. Good exchange. Let's see what happens now. The pack's moving along a pretty good pace. And here comes Phi Delta Theta. You got to close these gaps quickly. You can't just grind it out. That's not the way to do it. And they're really grinding. They're moving. They're flying. This is the point where your lungs are burning and your legs are burning and there's such a short distance to go, and yet it's so far. And he continues to close. He looks like he's almost made contact. Bravo, bravo. He's got on the back and he's gotten himself back in the race.
You have some 7 teams together, Dave Blaze. 90 laps have been completed and scored. Phi Gamma Delta, team number 8 in the lead. Sigma Alpha Epsilon, team number 3. In 3rd, it's Acacia, team number 7. In 4th, Sigma Nu, team number 11. In 5th, team number 2, Dodds. In 6th, Delta Chi, team number 13. 7th is team number 1, Phi Delta Theta. In 8th, team number 6, Lambda Chi Alpha. And in 9th, team number 4, Sigma Phi Epsilon. Your 10th place team, Sigma Chi, team number 5. At lap 100, we'll give you the complete rundown on the 33 teams. Once again, check your ticket stubs at TIS Bookstore with its Little 500 Spring into Summer sale. Check your ticket stub. If you have the number 2591 on your ticket, you'll receive a $10 gift certificate to TIS. Get your gift certificate at the main concession stand under Armstrong Stadium press box. We're now 1 hour into this race. The IU Student Foundation would like to congratulate the winners of the Big Red Relays. The men's division winner, ROTC. the team members, Jason Bieber, Scott Chumpup, and Robert Carroll. The women's division won by the ROTC team. The team members, Heather Atwood, Carolyn McKnight, and Lauren Grolruss. You've got going into the third turn now, the SAE colors, the black of SAE, team number 3. Acacia is also up there, Phi Delta Theta, team number 1.
Look like we've got 3 exchanges going here with your leaders, Phi Delta Theta, SAE, and Acacia all together right there on the track.
Six laps have been completed and scored. SAE, team number 3, regaining the lead from Acacia.
Now notice, SAE was leading that time, but you noticed he wasn't in any hurry when he came by because he was, strangely enough, sitting out front. And he decided that let somebody else take over the lead, and you see the Phi Gams obliged. And the SAEs have been very skillful today at picking their holes and picking their spots in the field. In other words, if I must lead, I'm not going to work that hard unless I'm trying to make it count for something.
Of course, we do have the division competition this year. Within the Greeks, we have the Cream and Crimson division. We have the Independents, and we have the Residence Halls. In the lead right now, on our scoring at 98 laps, according to the computer, Sigma Nu, team number 11. And then, of course, you've got team number 2 up there, Dodds House. And Dodds House will be the lead team at 99 laps completed and scored. Dodds leading the race, team number 2, leading the independent, or the Residence Life, the Residence Halls division. The Crimson division leader, team number 8, Phi Gamma Delta. Leading the Cream division of the Greeks, team number 3, SAE. SAE currently tied for 3rd. And then as we look at the independents, in the lead there, it's team number 17, TFAT. Team number 17 currently in 12th. But again, 4 divisions. In this race, we have the overall, and then Cream, Crimson, Residence, and Independent. We're now 100 laps through this race, ladies and gentlemen, and 7 teams are together on the course. And so now your standings of 100 laps. In the lead, team number 11, Sigma Nu. The elapsed time, 1 hour, 4 minutes, 37 and 1/10 seconds. The average speed, 23.656 miles per hour. In second, Dodds. In third, team number 8, Phi Gamma Delta. In fourth, team number 3, Sigma Alpha Epsilon. In fifth, team number 1, Phi Delta Theta. In sixth, team number 7, Acacia. And in seventh, team number 13, Delta Chi. Again, those 7 teams together on the course. In eighth, 1 lap down, team number 5, Sigma Chi. In ninth, team number 6, Lambda Chi Alpha. In 10th, team number 4, Sigma Phi Epsilon. In 11th, team number 17, TFAT. In 12th, team number 16, Beta Theta Pi. In 13th, 2 laps down to your lead group, team number 15, the Cutters. In 14th, team number 14, Phi Kappa Phi. In 15th, team number 9, Phi Kappa Psi. In 16th, team number 12, Phi Kappa Alpha. In 17th, team number 20, Theta Chi, 4 laps down to your lead team. In 18th, team number 25, Team College Life. In 19th, team number 26, CAT. In 20th, 5 laps down to the lead team, Delta Tau Delta, team number 27. In 21st, team number 23, Delta Upsilon. In 22nd, team number 28, Sigma Alpha Mu, 6 laps down to your lead team. In 23rd, it's team number 24, Right Cycling. In 24th, team number 10, Alpha Epsilon Pi. In 25th, team number 19, Delta Sigma Pi. In 26th, team number 22, the Human Wheels. The 27th place team, team number 21, Alpha Tau Omega. In 28th, team number 18, Kappa Sigma. The 29th place team, team number 32, Zeta Beta Tau. In 30th, team number 29, Alpha Phi Omega. In 31st, Kappa Delta Rho, team number 31. In 32nd, Alpha Sigma Phi, team number 30. And your 33rd place team, team number 33, Phi Kappa Theta. The standings at 100 laps for your lead team. 7 teams together on the course. Sigma Nu, Dots House, Phi Gamma Delta, Sigma Alpha Epsilon, Phi Delta Theta, Acacia, and Delta Chi.
Here the last few laps, it looks like Dodds House and Sigma Nu have been sharing the burden of leading this race. And at this point, it is a burden. But someone has to lead at this time, and it looks like Sigma News are doing it this lap. But you see there's Dodds House right tacked on. The Sigma Chi team a lap down, but they're right in there too. And Phi Gamma Delta, SAE all right up there together. And then going down the back straight, Dodds takes the lead. So you see they're alternating their turn at the front, fighting the wind. Phi Delta Theta moves up into this thing. They're now up there sitting on Dodds. The riders, 3 abreast, sort of looking at one another, looking to see what's going on, and perhaps considering a move, either for an exchange or for some other purpose. And we've got a real good lead out here from Sigma Chi.
Trying to make up that lap, Dave Blaze.
That's right, and that's what you got to do. It's a lonely job, but well, he decided to pass it up this time.
Ladies and gentlemen, we wish to salute the memory of someone no longer with us who contributed his services during the first 44 years of this race. He served as the official timer, the late Donald R. Bredeman. He was the former Associate Dean of the University Division here at Indiana University. For 44 years, as we said, the official timer for the Little 500. His career had him in shaping the policies of the Indiana and National Associations of College Admissions Counselors and many other university activities that benefited those coming to Indiana University. His wife Doris is here today, along with several of the grandchildren. We wish to remember the memory of Don Bredeman, the official timer for 44 years of the Little 500. A plaque in memory of Don Bredeman will be placed in the Armstrong Stadium press box during this summer saluting the 44 years of faithful service to the Little 500. The late Don R. Greneman. Phi Delta Theta, team number 1 in front. Odds has shot out there, team number 2. Coming in for an exchange. You also have Sigma Nu, team number 11. Sigma Nu with the lead. 111 laps have been scored. Sigma Nu with the lead. Into that second turn. And an exchange on the backstretch for Sigma Nu, team number 11. A little less than a straightaway lead. Dave Blaze for Sigma Nu, team number 11, now going into the second turn. Phi Delta Theta, team number 1, is in second, along with Sigma Alpha Epsilon, team number 3. In fourth, Acacia, team number 7, along with team number 13, Delta Chi. In the division competition for the Greeks, Sigma Nu is leading the Crimson division. Leading the Cream division, team number 3, Sigma Alpha Epsilon. In front of the Residence Halls division, team number 2, Dodds House. And leading the Independents, team number 17, TFAT.
Well, that looked like a nice move there a little bit ago. I think the Sigma Nus were sort of tacked on the Dodds House team when they came in for an exchange, and they found themselves out there with a gap. And if they wanted to make an effort to try to break, it looked like maybe they had it, at least the start of one. The pack wasn't reacting right away. I don't know if they didn't notice or just what, but then it looked like Sigma Nu decided the better of the effort and sort of backed off a little bit, and the pack speeded up. But you know, that was a nifty little maneuver there, you know, tagging on a lead out and then maybe try to make it go for something.
The Indiana University Student Foundation would like to thank the following corporate sponsors for this year's event. Roadmaster Corporation, Ford Motor Company, Coca-Cola, Baxter Healthcare, Gatorade, and Borg Warner. Thank you for your support of the Little 500. Without you, this event would not be possible. And our computer screen rolls now to 115 laps completed and scored. 7 teams together on the course on the same lap, just about 3 seconds apart. Team number 7, Acacia, in first, followed by Sigma Alpha Epsilon, team number 3. In third, it's Dodds House, team number 2. In fourth, team number 1, Phi Delta Theta. In fifth, team number 13, Delta Chi. In sixth, it's a tie between team number 11, Sigma Nu, and team number 8, Phi Gamma Delta. Your 8th place team, team number 17, TFAT. In 9th, team number 5, Sigma Chi. And in 10th, team number 6, Lambda Chi Alpha. As we see the scoring on the screen, Dave Blaze, we have 7 teams together on the same lap, and then 1 lap down, you have some 5 other teams. proceeds from the Little 500 provide scholarships for working students. The scholarships are based on the student's spring grade point average and the average number of hours worked throughout the spring and fall semesters. This year, the IU Student Foundation was able to award $100 to $250 scholarships to deserving students. Congratulations to all of the scholarship winners.
Good Phi-Psi exchange, and here we have Phi Delta Theta and SAE sitting there looking at one another, talking perhaps. Dodds House tacked right on. $120 laps have been completed and scored. Now we're coming up on 121 laps completed and scored. At lap 121, your standings now rolling across our screen. 7 teams together, only 1.7 seconds separating them. In the lead at lap 121, Dodds House, team number 2. The time, 1 hour, 18 minutes, 17 and 1/10 seconds. The average speed, 23.626 miles per hour for Dodds House. In second, team number 11, Sigma Nu. Sigma Nu tied with Phi Delta Theta, team number 1. In fourth, team number 3, Sigma Alpha Epsilon. In fifth, team number 8, Phi Gamma Delta. In sixth, team number 13, Delta Chi. And in seventh, team number 7, Acacia. Again, just short of 2 seconds separating first through seventh. 1 lap down. In 8th place, it's team number 5, Sigma Chi. In 9th, it's TFAT, team number 17. And a tie for 10th between team number 6, Lambda Chi Alpha, and team number 16, Beta Theta Pi. Also 1 lap down to your lead group, team number 4, Sigma Phi Epsilon. And then your 13th place team is 2 laps down to the lead 7. That's team number 15, the Cutters. One more announcement, ladies and gentlemen. Another drawing for TIS in its Little 500 Spring into Summer sale. Check your ticket stub. If you have this number, 10589, we have an accident on the backstretch. We're still racing. Staying green. Team number 10 involved, Alpha Epsilon Pi. Team number 25 is involved, Team College Life. Team number 17, TFAT. TFAT was the lead team in the independent division in 12th before that accident occurred. And once again, we give that number again for the TIS drawing, 10589. 10589. If you have that number on your ticket stub, please take it to the concession stand under the press box side of Armstrong Stadium. You'll receive a $10 gift certificate to TIS
or its 3rd Street store. An exchange here going into the first turn. Phi Delta Theta, team number 1. Phi Delta Theta leading at lap 127. Will they hold on to the lead? They're with the pack. Phi Delta Theta in the lead, followed by team number 3, Sigma Alpha Epsilon. Then you also have Sigma Nu, team number 11. Team number 8, Phi Gamma Delta, and team number 7, Acacia. You also have the red color of team number 2, Dodds House. .130 laps have been scored. Again, 7 teams together. At lap 130, SAE, your lead team, team number 3 in the black. The time, 1 hour 23 minutes, 57 and 5/10 seconds. The average speed is 23.404 miles per hour. Your lead team, its lap speed, just a touch over 25 miles per hour. In second place, you have team number 1, Phi Delta Theta. In third, it's a tie between Acacia, team number 7, and Sigma Nu, team number 11. In fifth, team number 8, Phi Gamma Delta. In sixth, Dodds House, team number 2. In seventh, team number 13, Delta Chi. And then one lap down, in eighth, it's team number 5, Sigma Chi. Ninth, it's team number 6, Lambda Chi Alpha. 10th, team number 16, Beta Theta Pi. And then 11th, team number 4, Sigma Phi Epsilon. So you have 7 teams together on the same lap, 4 teams together on the same lap, and then in 12th, it's team number 17, TFAT. As we take a quick look at our standings in the division races, SAE is leading the cream division of the Greeks, Phi Delta Theta leading the crimson division. For the residence halls, it's team number 2, Wright Dodds, And leading the independent division, team number 17, TFAT.
Boy, a double exchange there with Acacia and SAE right together on the track. Good job. And here comes Dodds, and he's got him moving. Phi Delta Theta, they're flying. Here, Phi Gam's looking for help up front, and SAE sits right on. Now Dodd's putting the pressure on, and SAE's reacting right away. And they're right up there where they want to be. And not far behind is the pack. Now notice, when the SAE rider takes the lead, he doesn't work hard. He just sits there, just sort of lets the pace slow down a little bit, and lets someone else come around the front. Now, I guarantee you that they can move fast when they want to, but they're not interested in killing themselves out here in this wind. And they're very happy to be very generous and let other people lead the race at this point. But they keep things under control. In other words, do what you have to do, but don't do more than you have to do.
The IU Student Foundation would like to recognize the following riders who have competed all 4 years in the Little 500 during their undergraduate career. Cheryl Cook, a member of Wright Psychedelis. Stacy Bloomberg, a member of Kappa Kappa Gamma. Andy Walton from Sigma Nu. And Nathan Schickel, a member of TFAT. Thank you for your dedication to the Little 500. Our next standings we'll give to you will be 140 laps completed and scored for your lead group of 7 teams. And in the lead at that point, team number 1, Phi Delta Theta. The Phi Delts at 1 hour, 30 minutes, 22 and 8/10 seconds. The average speed at 23.678 miles per hour. In second place, Sigma Alpha Epsilon, team number 3. In third place, team number 2, Dodds House. In fourth place, team number 11, Sigma Nu. In fifth, team number 13, Delta Chi. In sixth, team number 8, Phi Gamma Delta. And in seventh, Acacia. Again, those 7 teams within about 1 second of each other, less than 1 second to be exact. In ninth, let's make that 8. We skipped 8. In 8th, 1 lap down, it's Sigma Chi, team number 5. In 9th, team number 6, Lambda Chi Alpha. In 10th, team number 16, Beta Theta Pi. Your top 10 teams at 140 laps.
Okay, here come the SAEs in for an exchange, but you notice the pack didn't let him get much. There's Dodds right on him at Phi Gam. All your leaders are right there. So they're going to have to work a little bit, although they don't have that far to go to get back into the lead group. And looks like we've got a Phi Gam exchange coming. Looking good coming out of the good exchange. Receiving rider just eases into race pace. In fact, the pack is still behind. And he's just sort of sitting there waiting to be escorted around the track. Good Phi-Psi exchange.
Some other awards that the Little 500 Cycling Committee would like to recognize and offer its congratulations. Congratulations to Dodds House and Gamma Phi Beta for winning the overall series title. Congratulations to Bill Nass from Sigma Alpha Epsilon and Greta Hetzer from Kappa Alpha Theta, winners of the individual time trials. And also congratulations to Bill Nass from SAE and Julie Barros of Alpha Gamma Delta for winning the Missing Out competition.
And Dodds really has it underway as they come here. Looks like coming down for an exchange. Pack not far behind, but good lead out, good exchange. You're seeing what months of conditioning do for you out here, because these fellows are riding at a very fast pace given the gears that they're riding. That you'll notice most of the time the leg speeds are very high, up well, significantly over 100 RPMs, and then to be able to sprint on top of that or explode out to try to take a little bit of a lead out for an exchange or to counter when someone makes a move, and to be able to repeat that all day long. Well, let's say for a race that goes on for 2 hours, and although these guys are on 4-man teams, it still takes superb conditioning for this event. goes Sigma Chi. They're flying high down that back straight. Looks like Dodds is leading the pack, and Phi Gamma Delta tucked right in there with them. SAE, Phi Delta Theta. Good exchange. This guy gets to wait around 2 for the pack. You really have to be a schemer in this race. Not only does it take conditioning, and not only does it take endurance and speed, but you've got to plan. You've got to try to be thinking a few steps ahead, almost like a chess game when you ride this race.
And so, ladies and gentlemen, we look to the platform for a very special presentation. The BorgWarner Automotive Corporation provides a $1,000 scholarship each year. Representing BorgWarner Automotive is Mr. Joel Gilbert, the Assistant Controller. He'll be presenting a $1,000 check to Nora Barrett, who is Vice President of the Student Foundation, recipient this year of the BorgWarner Scholarship. Nora is from Elmwood Park, Illinois, and a member of Kappa Alpha Theta sorority. Her major is occupational therapy, and she'll be going on to graduate school at Washington University in St. Louis, Missouri. Nora, of course, if you've ever heard her presentations about Little Five, she's very spirited with undying enthusiasm for Student Foundation and all that it contributes to the university. She has spent countless hours working for the good of the Student Foundation, and certainly IUSF is very proud of her. Congratulations to Nora Barrett, winner this year of the BorgWarner Scholarship. We have passed 150 laps, and to those in the infield, you no longer may leave the infield. You must stay in the infield. No one from the outside of the track will be allowed to go to the infield area. We are in the last 50 laps of the race. We now are some 152 laps in for the lead group. 7 teams together on the course. We'll give you an update of the standings in just a moment, going through the entire 33 teams. At lap 153, your standings, again, 7 teams together, only about 1.1 second apart. In the lead, it's Phi Gamma Delta, team number 8. The time, 1 hour, 38 minutes, 53 and 8/10 seconds. An average speed of 23.648 miles per hour. In second, Dodds. In third, team number 11, Sigma Nu. In fourth, team number 3, Sigma Alpha Epsilon. In fifth, team number 7, Acacia. In sixth, team number 1, Phi Delta Theta. In seventh, team number 13, Delta Chi. In eighth, Sigma Chi, 1 lap down to your lead team. In ninth, Lambda Chi Alpha, team number 6. In 10th, team number 16, Beta Theta Pi. Your 11th place team, team number 15, the Cutters, some 2 laps down to the lead team. In 12th, team number 4, Sigma Phi Epsilon. In 13th, team number 17, TFAT. In 14th, 3 laps down to the lead group, team number 14, Phi Kappa Phi. In 15th, team number 9, Phi Kappa Psi. In 16th, 4 laps down to the lead group, team number 12, Phi Kappa Alpha. In 17th, team number 23, Delta Upsilon. In 18th, team number 27, Delta Tau Delta. In 19th, team number 26, CAT. In 20th, team number 20, Theta Chi. In 21st, team number 25, Team College Life. Your 22nd place team, team number 28, Sigma Alpha Mu. In 23rd, Right Cycling, team number 24. In 24th, team number 10, Alpha Epsilon Pi. In 25th, team number 19, Delta Sigma Pi. In 25th, team number 19, Delta Sigma Pi. In 26th, team number 18, Kappa Sigma. In 27th, team number 22, the Human Wheels. In 28th, Alpha Tau Omega, team number 21. In 29th, team number 32, Zeta Beta Tau. In 30th, Alpha Phi Omega, team number 29. Our 31st place team, Kappa Delta Rho, team number 31. In 32nd, team number 30, Alpha Sigma Pi. And in 33rd, Phi Kappa Theta, team number 33. Just a reminder to the teams on the course from the Chief Steward, Mike Howard, to the teams being lapped, remember that you do have a duty to yield to the faster teams on the track. So far, all riders certainly doing a very good job, and you're encouraged to keep it up. Keep control and ride safely and smart. Again, we only have some 43 laps remaining in this race. And reminding you, this year for the first time, we have 4 divisions involved in our competition. With the Greeks, we have the Cream and Crimson division. Leading the Cream division, team number 3, Sigma Alpha Epsilon, currently in 2nd place. Leading the Crimson division, overall currently in 3rd, team number 11, Sigma Nu. We of course have the Residence Halls division, Dodds House leading that, team number 2. And of course at lap 159, Dodds House was leading the race. In the lead of the independent division, we have team number 15, the Cutters. The Cutters currently in 11th overall, but very close in pursuit of the Cutters, team number 17, TFAT. Only about 2 seconds behind in that independent division. Going to be an interesting day, Blaze, here on the straightaway. You've got SAE coming in along with Acacia.
Yeah, you see the SAE riders really can explode when they want to. I mean, they're quite often sitting there in the pack and don't look like they're really doing all that much. But when they have to get it together, they do. And you know, that's at this point in the race, that's all you need to do. Now, of course, if we get down here closer to the end, that's when you need to be a little more aggressive, because things get a little crazy here as we get down to the finish of the race. But so far, they've been really terrific in their tactics. Like the FISI is getting ready to come in for an exchange, trying to get a little bit of a lead out there. And looks like we have SIGEP coming in for an exchange as well. And here's Dodds leading them down. cutters are flying high as they come by this time.
At 165 laps, your official standings. 7 teams together on the course, about 1.1 second apart. Sigma Nu, team number 11, your lead team. Time, 1 hour 46 minutes, 29 and 4/10 seconds. Dodds House is running in second. In third, the pole team, Phi Delta Theta, team number 1. In fourth, Sigma Alpha Epsilon, team number 3. In fifth, Phi Gamma Delta, team number 8. In sixth, Delta Chi, team number 13. In seventh, Acacia, team number 7. And then 1 lap down, you have 3 teams together. Beta Theta Pi, team number 16. Lambda Chi Alpha, team number 6. And team number 5, Sigma Chi. The top 10 at 165 laps for your leader.
Okay, it looks like Dodds and Phi Delta Theta really have the hammer down as they come by along with Lambda Chi Alpha. Looks like a Dodds exchange. SAEs are chasing. Acacia's in that group, so's Delta Chi as they go by. Looks like the Phi Delta's coming in for an exchange, and in hot pursuit is the pack. Looks like Sigma Nu there, and SAE, and Acacia, Lambda Chi, Dodds, Delta Chi. .170 laps have now been scored for your top 7 teams. And again, still very tight between those teams, less than 1 second separating them. In the lead, Phi Delta Theta, team number 1. The time, 1 hour 49 minutes, 36 and 5/10 seconds. The average speed is 23.708 miles per hour. In second, team number 3, Sigma Alpha Epsilon. In third, team number 11, Sigma Nu. Fourth, the tie between Dodds House, team number 2, and Acacia, team number 7. In sixth, team number 13, Delta Chi. In seventh, Phi Gamma Delta, team number 8. And then 1 lap down, you have 3 teams together. Team number 6, Lambda Chi Alpha. In ninth, team number 16, Beta Theta Pi. And in 10th, Sigma Chi, team number 5. It's going to be real interesting to watch how this race unfolds in these last 29 laps, because we've got 7 teams here on the same lap that'll be sprinting it out if everything stays together as it is right now. And, you know, some teams may realize that they have the best chance if they do have a sprint finish, and other teams may want to start initiating a sort of a ragged scramble to the line, so with several laps to go, things may fall apart. Okay, we've got, looks like Acacia's got something going here, and the pack knows it's knows it. They're in pursuit, and so even teams that have been sort of trying to take it easy, they're moving up to try to make it happen. Now this is the kind of thing you got to watch for. There may be a sprint at the end if they're all together, but teams right now that don't feel that they can win this thing in a sprint are going to start trying to surge and pick up the pace and open up gaps, and it may be one of those things where no one really has a chance to set up for a sprint. So it could be a pretty wild finish here. Just keep your eyes on these leading teams and see how their strategies unfold. You may find some teams are reluctant to really chase hard. Others may try to initiate a chase. And of course, if they don't cooperate, and if a big enough gap opens up, then you may have everything all strung out here as we come to the finish. It looks like things are already starting to break up a little bit. You have Acacia, you have separated behind a little distance, Phi Delta Theta, then you have maybe it's like the SAEs are moving, but you see you don't have an organized pack right now chasing. So everybody's sort of doing their own thing, a time trial, trying to close it out. And
175 laps have now been completed and scored. Again, 7 teams together on the course. Acacia, your lead team, by some 4 seconds now. Acacia in the lead, 1 hour 52 minutes, 40 and 7/10 seconds, and 175 laps. In second, Phi Delta Theta, team number 1. In third, team number 3, Sigma Alpha Epsilon, 6 seconds behind your leader. In fourth, team number 8, Phi Gamma Delta. In fifth, team number 13, Delta Chi, 8 seconds behind your leader. In sixth, team number 2, Don House. In seventh, Sigma Nu, team number 11. And then 1 lap down, you have team number 5, Sigma Chi. In ninth, team number 16, Beta Theta Pi. And in 10th, team number 6, Lambda Chi Alpha.
Now this is a real crucial stage because it's very likely some of these teams that are in contention are just sort of hanging out there by a thread, and if somebody just finds that little bit extra, just keep probing and push a little harder, you may find yourself out there with a lead and find a relatively ineffectual chasing group. A momentary lapse can cost you the race. Now Acacia's tucked right on there, SAE sitting right on, and Phi Delta Theta. And Dodds is right in there as well, with a little bit of gap between them, however.
The 180th lap of this 45th Men's Little 500. 7 teams are on the same lap, some 3 seconds apart. Our standings now at lap 180, rolling across our computer screen. In the lead, team number 7, Acacia. Acacia at 1 hour 55 minutes, 54 and 4/10 seconds. Just about a bike length behind Sigma Alpha Epsilon, team number 3. In third, Dodds House. In fourth, team number 1, Phi Delta Theta. In fifth, Sigma Nu, team number 11. In sixth, team number 13, Delta Chi. In seventh, Phi Gamma Delta, team number 8. Only 2 seconds separating first through seventh. Your eighth place team, team number 5, 1 lap down, Sigma Chi, team number 5. In ninth, Beta Theta Pi, team number 16. And in 10th, team number 6, Lambda Chi Alpha. Their standings, 180 laps for the leader. The average speed running at about 23.738 miles per hour. Again, reminding those riders not in contention, the slower bikes being lapped, they go to the outside and have the duty to yield to the faster teams. And of course, we are nearing the end of the race. We are within the last 20 laps of the race. Slower teams ride to the outside. Slower teams must ride to the outside. You've got Acacia, SAE, and Phi Gamma Delta. Got an exchange setting up here on the grandstand straightaway, Dave Blaze. Three laps have been scored. Acacia leading at the conclusion of lap 183, followed by SAE, team number 3, and Phi Gamma Delta, team number 8. A reminder to the sponsors. Sponsors, you are invited to the sponsors tent at the West End for a special presentation following today's race. And here we have Dodds House coming in for an exchange, team number 2. Dodds leading at lap 184, completed and scored. 1 hour, 58 minutes, 29 and 5/10 seconds. We approach that 2-hour mark in our race today. Your lead team is the pole team, Phi Delta Theta, followed by SAE. You've got an exchange upcoming for Phi Delta Theta.
Now, just as you mentioned, Chuck, Crab down there on that back straight, Phi Delta Theta made a move to get out there for their exchange, and instantly SAE reacted. Now, that hasn't always been the case all day long. I mean, they've reacted when they've had to, but now any move by a team is going to cause these other teams to react immediately, because it's getting down now to the finish of this thing. So you can't afford to let somebody go out there and maybe pretend they're going to just go in for an exchange and then maybe instead decide to try to split things open.
Lap 186 will be completed at the start-finish line. 186 laps now completed. We are on lap 187. The screen rolls over our current standings. Phi Delta Theta, team number 1 is in the lead, the pole team, followed by team number 3, Sigma Alpha Epsilon. In third, it's Delta Chi, team number 13, and Acacia, team number 7. In fifth, it's Dodds House, and only 0.3 of a second separating first and fifth. And we can even add in there Sigma Nu, team number 11, and team number 8, Phi Gamma Delta. Really, only about 0.7 of a second separating first through seventh. An exchange, Sigma Nu on that backstretch on the third turn. Sigma Nu in the lead, team number 11. Then you have Phi Gamma Delta, team number 8. Here's Acacia coming in for an exchange now on the grandstand straightaway. We have 188 laps scored for our top 7 teams. We are on lap 189 of this 200-lap feature.
Well, we're approaching the point right now where you may find the riders that are getting on the bikes for some of these teams are going to be the ones they want to finish the race with. And that will vary from team to team depending on whether they have a pure sprinter or somebody who's, and of course, what kind of a finish they anticipate. But we're getting down here where it's going to get pretty hairy here if you're going to make exchanges with just a few laps to go, like 5 or 4, something like that. So I think you're going to be seeing the finishing riders getting on here very shortly, the next 2 or 3 laps.
190 laps, Dave Blaze, now have been scored. Again, 7 teams are together, only about 2 seconds apart. We have Sigma Nu, team number 11, showing in first, followed by team number 8, Phi Gamma Delta. Team number 1, Phi Delta Theta in third. In fourth, team number 3, Sigma Alpha Epsilon. In fifth, you have Dodds House, team number 2. In sixth, Delta Chi, team number 13. And in seventh, Acacia, team number 7. At 190, it was 2 hours, 2 minutes, 27 and 7/10 seconds. We're running at about 23.72 miles per hour on our average speed. But the lap speed's a little quicker than that. We're running at about 24.2 miles per hour. Well, we're 10 laps, now 9 laps. We have 191 laps scored. We're on lap 192. And you have Phi Delta Theta in the lead, team number 1. Coming for an exchange here on the grandstand straight. You have an exchange as well for Phi Gamma Delta, team number 8. And taking over the lead, you have team number 3, Sigma Alpha Epsilon. SAE is in the lead. Dodds House is tucked in there. Sigma Nu, team number 11. Phi Delta Theta has moved right back in there, the pole team this year. Phi Gamma Delta is sitting in there, team number 8 in the silver, getting ready for an exchange. No.
You notice your lead teams are showing a little more signs of aggressive riding out here now as we're approaching the finish. Also in this sprint, I've always felt myself that the way to win this sprint is you want to really win the sprint to the third corner and make them come around you on the home straight. There isn't that much room on the home straight. It's just a half a straightaway, and if you can win that sprint to the third corner, well, you've got a good chance of pulling this race off.
We are on lap 194. Lap 194. Coming through the curve, you'll have an exchange for team number 2, Dodds House, setting up for the final 5 laps. 194 laps have been scored. We are on lap 195. Dodds in the lead, 2 hours, 4 minutes, 56 seconds. Phi Delta Theta is in second. Sigma Alpha Epsilon, team number 3, is in third. That is 194. And it looks like we're going to be setting up for an exchange with Acacia, team number 7. We are on the 195th lap. Five laps remain. Acacia will be the lead team as 195 laps have been scored. 2 hours and 5 minutes, 33 seconds into the race. Acacia in the lead at that point. But with the exchange, we'll watch them get back up with that lead group. The pole team is in the lead. Phi Delta Theta. And then you have Sigma Nu sitting back there, team number 11. We're on the 196th lap. Four laps remain. 4 laps. We have 196 laps scored. We have SAE sitting in there, team number 3 in the all black. Sigma Nu, team number 11. On the outside, you have Phi Gamma Delta, team number 8. Sitting on the outside, you have, of course, Acacia. And back there in the red jersey, you have Dodds House. .197 laps, 3 laps remaining, 3 laps.
It's real important at this point that you don't get yourself boxed in, that you maintain position, even if it means that you have to work a little harder and expend a little more effort, but you don't want to relinquish position because you've got to be free to react and to make your explosive move when the time comes. So it'll be interesting to see how these riders jockey for position and try to have themselves in a spot where they can really make their move.
Dave Blaze, we ask now that all the other teams not in contention, please move to the outside. Sigma Nu sprints into the lead, team number 11. 198 laps have been scored. All slow teams move to the outside. You have Sigma Nu in the lead, team number 11, SAE, and here you have the pole team, Phi Delta Theta moving into the lead. Phi Delta Theta, SAE, team number 3. On the outside you have Dodds House. 2 laps. Slower teams move to the outside, please. We're going to have quite a sprint to the finish for the top 7 teams. Slower teams to the outside. The white flag is being displayed. It's Dodds House, Phi Delta Theta, and SAE. Phi Gamma Delta is on the outside. You have SAE on the inside, team number 3. Dodds House. On the outside, you have Acacia coming up. Phi Gamma Delta is out there. Coming into that curve. We're coming off the straightaway now. You have Phi Gamma Delta, team number 8. Phi Gamma Delta, team number 8. Phi Gamma Delta, Acacia, SAE. It's Phi Gamma Delta, Acacia, and SAE unofficially, first through third. Keep riding, we'll have one, we'll complete this lap. Keep riding, we complete this lap. Keep riding as we complete this lap. We await the final word from Chief Steward Mike Howard to conclude this race. The race is not over. We're still under racing conditions here on the track. Ladies and gentlemen, the victory lap for Phi Gamma Delta. Its 6th Little 500 title, the 3rd highest total of any of our residence units here on campus.
How do you guys feel?
Pretty good, real good actually.
What was your strategy coming down to the end of the race?
Be in the lead in the third turn, but I knew I couldn't do it when Corey took off, and so be as close to the lead as I could in the third turn. I feel like we ran a great race. You never tell what's going to happen until it comes down to the end. And needless to say, we're all probably a little disappointed. I know I'm a lot disappointed, but I know we did our best. So that's all we could do.
We'd like to congratulate the winners, Fiji, and the other people. They all ran a good race. SE ran a good race. Congratulations to the winners.
They've already gave out the strategy just to get the bike at the end, and everything fell in place. We had a couple of unfortunate incidents early on, but we were able to recover. We had 4 strong riders, and that's what makes up the team. These guys did it just as much. He sprinted.